All right. Well, thank you guys for allowing me to speak. This is a little bit out of my comfort zone. I don't do this as much as I should, but I guess stretching is growing, so that is good. Thanks so much for being here and investing in yourselves as well as your businesses. This has been a really great summer with all of the training that was kind of done by the leaders. So thank you for the opportunity. One of the best phrases I've ever heard was learners are earners. And I absolutely love networking. I always seem to manage to get a few nuggets of info that I can try or apply to my business. So, absolutely love that. Again, as I was saying earlier, I didn't really have a chance to prepare. So, I will take questions at the end. And if I can, I'll prepare share and team sale about the thing that I'm talking about today. So I wanted to take a little bit of time and share with you care and relation nurturing and why it's so important to your business. So a bit of background information. I started my business 5 years ago. I was directed to do all the things, took, got the party, connected with friends. I built lines, I did the parties. Um, but 5 months in my business, learned about VIP groups, and I also then learned about the business pages. And I never understood why I needed both. To me, it just felt like double the work until I had someone explain it to me in another little nugget that I got from an event. And I can't remember who it was. It might have been Andrea, it could have been Jill. I'm not exactly sure, but it's good to have a business page so that you have what I like to refer to it when I talk to my team as a mullet. So it's business in the front and party in the back. So then what happens is your business page is where it's professional and people can find you because it's public. But then I like the VIP group. Mine personally is private. And the reason I have it private is because when my customers share in there, whether they share pictures of their kids or pictures of themselves or their home or a meal that they made, it's private only to the people in that group. And then you don't have any spammers and scammers trying to like post random things on a public page. So that's what I do mine. Um, and what I do in my VIP group, I just want to give you guys a little bit of the information. And this is, I'm working backwards a little bit. We'll talk about the customer care part and building relationships. But I wanted to start here because if you don't have a VIP group, I would recommend getting one or starting one. And some of the things that I do in my VIP group, um, and just a little bit of background for the first 5 months of my business, I didn't have a VIP group. And then I started one and I kept nurturing it and pouring all of my energy into there. And now I think I'm at about 3,500 people in my VIP group. And it's a thriving community. They share, they ask questions, they help themselves out. But I still consistently show up. And so let's talk a little about the system that I use. So the biggest thing I can tell you is to keep it to the 80-20 rule. 80% of your content should provide value and nurture, and the other 20% should be the salesy kind of posts, maybe asking for parties, talking about the sales. Because I don't know about you guys, but if you keep it exciting and interesting, they want to stick around. But if you're just always at them about sales and what you kind of want out of it, then sometimes maybe it doesn't do as well. And another big thing is if someone comments, if you're playing maybe a this and that, I'll go into detail what I do in my group. But if someone comments, make sure you're commenting back. If it is also something that you can like go in the messenger and direct people, then that's also another great thing to do because then you are building that relationship with them. So one of the systems that I followed because I felt like I was willy-nilly all over the place with posts and people would post something and then I'd be like, oh, and I got to post that. And someone would post something else and oh, I got to post that. So it just got to be like I was chasing my tail a lot of the time. So I would sit down on a Sunday and I would make up kind of a list of what I was going to share. Now, this is all kind of sort of based on what we're currently going through, that Pampered Chef maybe gives us. So maybe we know that there's a sale coming up. So we maybe want to focus on the cup slicer, for example, this week, and the cut and seal, and what's the other one? The bento box. So providing them value on how they can use that product, what they can use it for. Sometimes seeing is what kind of sort of tips people over to think, oh, yeah, I might need that. Or just even asking in your VIP group, what would you pack in your bento box? Or what would you cut with the cup slicer? Or, things like that. So you get them talking amongst themselves. And before you know it, they're selling the product for you. So Mondays, sometimes I will do, my theme on a Monday is Make It Monday. Could be a recipe, again, around that formula of take into account maybe what is on a host special, what is the guest specials, and or any sales. Like it always like that itself, we've probably got about five different products or six different products that we could talk about. We could talk about the mixes, mm, that Pampered Chef has now where they're giving $1 or $3 or three meals, is it right? Three meals to every uh, family or something. I can't remember exactly. And then other things are like you could talk about the cup slicer and maybe then show one of the recipes with the fruit pizza or something. Tuesdays, then I go into a tips Tuesday. And then again, focusing around one of those products, I might say, well, this, saves us time because we can do this and this and this. So you could use examples there. Wednesday is like a whip it up Wednesday. So again, you could share another post or you could go live showing a product. Thursday, I call it Tasty Thursday. And again, you can showcase a recipe. You could do something live. It doesn't have to be the same all the time. Or you could actually just talk about one of our spices, or our meal packs. Like we've got oodles of them. And so you could kind of do a spotlight on any one of those. Fridays, sometimes if the group is kind of sort of quiet and I maybe want to reward an incentive, I might call it Freebie Friday, or maybe share a drink recipe or an appy recipe and get people talking about that. Again, providing a value for them. The Freebie Friday, I might say invite five of your friends to be entered to win, or just add a comment below, sign up for my newsletter, kind of whatever you're wanting to incentivize or reward, or whatever your goal is. Like for me, when I first started, my group was small. I did an appliance giveaway and I had and shared friend got a ticket, and if their friend joined, then they got another ticket and their friend a ticket. Did I track that? Absolutely not. That would be crazy. But you can see who was coming in and who was inviting, so you had a general idea. Um, Other things that I do when I scroll Facebook, and we've all been told to like be social. So don't just be a creeper. Go on Facebook, look at who's posting, actually add a comment if it warrants a conversation that you haven't talked to that person in a while, or you're still trying to get to know them. Slide into the DMs. Summer is a great thing when people are posting about their summer vacations. You can ask how the weather was, where were they, how, was it a great time? Anything that you want to know that builds um, a relationship with those people. If you're struggling with what to post in your VIP group, I find if you're using SendShare, PMP, or even Marketing Kitchen, there are oodles of posts that you can share from there, this and that. And when I am switching through Facebook and I see a really great idea, I'll copy the words and then I'll make them my own with ChatGPT. Sometimes I'll make my own, do save it in one spot, whether I use SyncShare or PMP, but you can call it, create a folder and just call it social or whatever you call it. And then somewhere along the way, if you're looking for an idea, there's always options there. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be always Facebook or sorry, Pampered Chef related. Like it could just be, are you a morning person or a night person? I do a lot of this and that type stuff. Um, and sometimes it might be Pampered Chef products. Again, with another one that I did, you guys still have lots of time to do this if you wanted. With the blender and the grill leaving, I just did, if you were preparing breakfast in the morning, which would be your dream appliance, this or that. And I did the blender or the grill. And then, of course, they're going to comment. And of course, then you've already got an option to go and like ask them if they'd like to grab one of these before the end of the month when they disappear. So, whichever one they answer, you're going to be following up hopefully with a booking ask and letting them know that it is leaving our lineup. I'm just going to look at my notes here real quick. Yeah, so with all of these things, it is just, it's really great to just be a relatable person, and you're probably going back to school now, you're going to be having some of these struggles where you're trying to get the kids into routine and maybe get them back into bed, or I don't have kids, so you guys maybe have like more real struggles that you can share, and they'll be relating. All right. So that is the VIP group side of things and how you're nurturing. Other things that I also do and offer, I've done birthday clubs. So when I scooch through Facebook and I see it's someone's birthday, I think Andrea had some information on this once a while back too. You can either do a genuine happy birthday. Some people offer free shipping or half price shipping, or maybe 25 or 10% off of an item or an order. Or maybe you need booking and you want to throw a birthday party for them and their friend. Option depending on which route you want to go, but maybe it'll lead or get a lead into that booking if you do give them a birthday gift. What I've done in the past is I did um, an actual landing page for an ebook, and it involved lots of birthday recipes or cake recipes, and I would give them that. And I think an idea, something similar, came from Krista Beakley. She was doing an exclusive recipe book, but I just like revamped it, and did it for the birthday and offered a happy birthday wish and an cookbook, but a landing page that I had done in Project Broadcast. Um, Real quick. All right. So maybe let's just jump into parties um, and how I gain trust in parties and hopefully build relationships from there. Is I try to make all my party posts have value, a tip, or a trick. Uh, Basically anything that makes them go, oh, aha, like an aha moment. And always sharing like tips and tricks, because lots of times it's like, oh, I didn't know that. And these ones are common, like if your scraper stains and putting it in the sun, it will go back to its original white color, or just another way to use one of our tools that maybe they never thought of. Those are really great ways to also share and build trust. Um, I always end my posts, most of my posts, with a question so I can encourage conversation in the comments. And then I can slide into their DMs with this knowledge, and then we have a common ground to like chat about things. And again, this also works really, really well in conjunction with tracking. So you'll want to do tracking, and I'll talk about that here a little bit and how I do mine. That might help you guys as well. You can, I was going to say, so when I do my welcomes, and here's where the tracking part comes in, and you guys are probably all using the feature in your parties that you can tag the guests, that feature, and then it tags them all and you do a welcome. And then what I'll do is I will um, copy all of those contacts into a spreadsheet, because it keeps the hyperlink to their URL. So then you can easily like click on that in your Excel spreadsheet, and it will actually take you right over to Messenger to be able to send them a message later. And then I keep track of that in a spreadsheet, like when I send the welcome message. And my parties usually start on a Monday, but the welcome messages themselves are done through the weekend. So if I haven't heard back from somebody on a Tuesday, it's a good idea that I would send them another message saying, hey, are you going to be able to join us for the Test Kitchen Live on Tuesday? Here's the link if you'd like to pre-register. And and you can even add, did you see my message above? Simple as that. So I do that quite often. And then I do my welcome post 2 times in a party. So I might do it on a Saturday or a Sunday, and then again on a Tuesday if we have a few stragglers that join in after the fact. And again, they always get a welcome message. When I do send that welcome message, it's usually, hey, thanks for joining Sally's party. I just wanted to say hi. And then again, this was from Krista Beakley, but I had changed it up a bit and said, if you need the links, just reply back and I'll send them over. Sometimes they get lost in the party. And then I would also add sometimes um, for a quick gift or a gift from myself, just reply to this message and I'll send it right over or something like that. I can't remember. And again, I'll do a document if you guys need it, just because I didn't have internet to do it today. Um, I always work on a two-touch um, customer contact system. So always a welcome. Sometimes a midweek if I haven't heard back, like I said, on that Tuesday. And then for sure at the very, very end, I always follow up if they wanted to place an order, needed help with a gift choice or something like that. And at that point, if I ask for a booking and they say no or they don't want to place an order, I will always give them the opportunity to join my VIP group, because they might not want to host and they might not have money to purchase at that point in time, but they might want to be part of a community. I've had people where something comes up, they've been in my group for 2 years, you don't hear from them, and all of a sudden they place an order because you offered something. And a big one of this was when I did the Prime bundle. I think I had shared that with some of the team. And I was talking to people that I hadn't talked to in 2 years. And I posted in my VIP group that I was doing a new texting party. And if they wanted to check it out, text this word. And they were texting. And I was blown away by the amount of people that took part in it. I think I had, if I'm not mistaken, 62 buying guests and just shy of $10,000 for one texting party that I had done. It was incredible. And again, I went back and I looked when I had met some of these people, and some of them were at least 2021 or 22. So just, you never know what's going to appeal to people. We talked about the tracking sheet, 2 point touch system, the follow up, and all right. Oh, and then for further nurturing, you guys have Instagram accounts, business accounts, maybe you're offering recipe clubs, um, special events for past hosts, special events for your VIP uh, customers. And the reason I say those things is some hosts, if you do a party really, really well, they don't need to host for a while again because they have more than they need and then some. But then you have the odd host that wants to host every 6 months or every year for sure. Um, but we seem to focus on the people that buy because that's who we have the contact information for. So that's why it's really important to try and connect with the people that also didn't purchase or host, because those are the people that you want to somehow get into your network. So whether you're offering them to join your recipe club, your newsletter list, maybe your VIP group for sure is always a good one as well. All right. I think I covered lots of stuff there. Anybody have any questions?
I do. I see Andrea running for her mute button too.
Okay.
I just had a question. You were talking about the fact that you sort of message everyone in the group, but I know that you use Project Broadcast heavily. Do you use Messenger while like the party's going and then only like flip over to Project Broadcast once they've placed an order, or how do you switch back and forth?
Right. Okay. Well, I ran into a little bit of an issue probably about a year ago where like a lot of us we couldn't message. And just recently, again, I could message two people and then I was locked down. So then I started using Table in conjunction with the Table link for the shopping link. So then you were getting their information with their cell phone and or their email. So if you're using your tracking system, you kind of sort of know where you've talked to them, if you talked to them on PB or did you talk to them in Messenger. And if you didn't know where you talked to them, you easily could. So sometimes what I'll do now, because I am using Table more, is I'm trying to connect with them with their cell phone. I will identify myself like right away. Hi, it's Candace from so and so's party. And sometimes even if you like can just, I think Courtney had done this, like it was like a hi, like just a little image that she did, and it was a hi and it was her. And then they can put a face to the name as well. And I mean, they probably should be if you've got pictures of yourself in your VIP, or sorry, in your party group, as well as your video in Table. So I do both wherever, again, I meet them where they're at. So if they want to talk to me by text, I'll talk to them by text. If they want to talk to me in Messenger and Facebook doesn't kibosh me from doing that, I will talk to them there too.
Awesome, thanks. I didn't actually know you're using Table as much. I think Table Link and all of the enhancements that they're bringing August 25th, if you guys haven't seen, I think is going to be a huge benefit. And that's where I was thinking of trying to switch over to text versus Messenger as well. Just thinking people are going to see your text messages more than Messenger. So,
Yeah. So what I was gonna also say is in your parties, if you're getting them to message you, so sometimes even for like the first 12 hours, I'll get my host to start inviting, but maybe the only image in there is send me a message to say hi and get a free gift or whatever the case, whatever it takes to get them to message you. And so I've seen um, some posts where they will say, message me to pick your own cookbook and you can list four, or message me to be entered in to win an early bird prize or a gift, whatever that might be. Like it could be a toaster tong or whatever, or it might just be an e-cookbook. But just encourage them to text you. I haven't done this yet, but with these texting parties, if you use keywords a lot, I haven't tested it yet, but I'm wondering what the options might be for, like, say the host name was Jenna and text me the word Jenna, and then it would automatically reply, hey, thanks for joining Jenna's party. Here's her shopping link and here's a free e-cookbook. If you have any questions during the event, just let me know. So that is kind of sort of my next thing I want to try, because if you're going to do a hybrid party, then you could encourage them to like text you, or you could do a video. I mean, like, here's my cell number, just text me this and you'll get the shopping link and the catalog link if you want it. Especially now with the price catalog, being an independent piece of paper or a link, you could somehow work that into the messages so that they're getting it. I think that would be good as well. Then they have it right at their hands.
And then for your customer care, you add them onto a project broadcast drip, right?
Yes. Right. Okay. Thanks, Andrea. I forgot that step. Yeah. So I'm using right now Connection Point and Project Broadcast. So the first message comes in when the email comes in, Connection Point filters it, it drops them into your orders list. Then the first message will go out and it says, thank you so much for your order and being a part of Sally's party. And again, I can get all these words. They're probably very similar to what you guys use, but I can put them all in a document. And then from there, I drop them into a campaign that is the 2 week and the 2 month. And those ones don't change. Seasonally, I will change the recipe up because I do offer a recipe on the 2 month one, and it's just a standalone card. And actually, it has my name at the bottom too. So if they forget, they can see my name and my phone number on the bottom of that. Um, and then the 2 month one, I follow up and I also ask them if their tools are still doing okay and if they would like to see what the host specials are. And that, regardless of when it is, I can just definitely send it to them. So I've asked them a question at the end. If they say no, I don't track that again and go, oh my God, or send them another message because eventually I'll catch them on an email mail out or maybe a big bulk party ask. And in there, I also do very similar to what Courtney had done. I've been doing this now for a couple of years. But what I didn't want to ask them for a party right away when I said thank you, because I just didn't want to pounce on them. So I genuinely thanked them on the 2 day message and let them know that their order is coming by Perlator. It'll arrive in 5 to 7 days. They're going to receive an email with a tracking number. So again, giving them value and letting them know how their order is coming in case they missed it in the party. And believe it or not, so many people go, oh, I thought it was coming by Canada Post. And you're like, no, Perlator. And they're very thankful that they do get a tracking number. When you do follow up with the 2 week and you say, how are your tools doing? And they're like, oh, well, I didn't get my order yet. Oh my God. Well, at Christmas time, I looked like a rock star. But also note, I don't feel like I really had a break in December because with the Canada Post strikes and the Perlator stuff, it was a disaster. And I think I had a very big November, so it was a lot of orders in December that I was chasing down. And a lot of my customers for this particular month, for whatever reason, were Northwest Territories and very remote areas where Perlator was handing off to Canada Post, so it was a mess. Like it was a gong show. But yes, Andrea, that's what I do. And then when I'm asking for that genuine or saying that genuine thank you, then 2 days after that, I drop them into another campaign at an extra point level that asks them if they want to host. Because that also gives me the opportunity, if I've talked to them in Messenger, to like take them out of that campaign real quick and go, oh, yeah, she's already booked. I don't want to look like I have egg on my face because 2 days later I'm asking her if she wants to have another party or have a party. So that's why I took them out of the campaign so then it didn't mess up my customer care side of things.
Perfect. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You
All
do a
right.
6 month ask too?
I didn't do a 6 month ask because I tend to be pretty on top of things when the new catalogs are coming out, and I ask every soul that's in my web if they want to host. And if it's, and I think again from you, like if you get no, I just tell them that I'm very curious all the time. And is that no, not now or no, not ever? And if it's no, not ever, then I sometimes dig one little bit deeper and I say, what part of hosting doesn't appeal to you?
Oh, I love that.
And if they give me an answer that I can overcome with an objective, I will. And if it's just, well, it's just not my thing, then I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. Join my VIP group, stay
Right.
connected. Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. I funnel a lot to my VIP group. So even if I get an email from someone, at the bottom of my email, it'll always say if you want to always be in the know with PC, join my VIP group. So there's always a link there. Yeah, it's always I always for them to join. And that's why I try and not to do lately. I feel like it's been salesy with the last chance type stuff with the items leaving, but for the most part, I also feel like we're saving them money or letting them know that something's gone. How many times do you hear, "Oh, well, I didn't know that left." It's like you can only send so many emails and so many texts and so many posts before they miss it.
So
I have another one.
true.
About how many times do you post in your VIP group in a day, week?
Uh, definitely ones.
Oh, cut out there.
No answer to my question.
Yeah.
May have lost her. We will get that answer later if she comes back.
Candise.
I missed quite a bit.
Oh, well, I think the recording's okay, Jen. So
I
we'll
was wondering
put some
that.
information in, and I'll get Candace to sort of do that Word document when she gets back from town there. So looks like we have actually lost her now. She's gone.
I love her.
If anyone has any questions that, if you're watching the replay, stuff like that, just drop it below, and we will have Candace or someone else pop in and answer there for you when I post the replay. And we will have another session next week. I'll take this opportunity, unless anybody has any general questions. We do have Andrea on the line and others
Quick,
if you have
I do have
general
a,
questions.
I do have a quick question. When she had talked about the hosting and getting the, like either the grill and griddle or the blender for 60% off before the end of the month. But if you have you have that host and they hold over until the 5th, they're still okay if they had that in their cart, right? Or if they want to
No,
order. No?
no, the blender and the grill will be gone as of August 31st.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if
So
it's a host cart or a customer cart, it will be taken out of their cart. So if you do have that and are trying to offer it as that 60% off, you have to submit the host order before August 31st at midnight Central Standard Time.
yeah, I probably saw that somewhere, but I kind of
Yeah.
had forgotten. So good to know.
Yeah. The rest of your host order and all of the stuff and the things coming through from into September there is fine, and submitting your um fundraiser parties and stuff is fine until the 7th, but anything that's discontinuing or dropping is gone. Andrea is going to have that on her agenda for tomorrow, next week, to remind us all that we need to submit those by Sunday night, sort of thing, in order to do that. So, hi, Candace, you're back. If you had any last words, we were just wrapping up
Yeah,
for you, anyways.
good. Yeah, all right.
The blender will be back.
Yeah.
They're hoping for November, December.
But redesigned, is that correct, or the same?
Same.
Oh, not redesigned, just the same thing. Okay,
Perfect.
Yeah.
good to know.
Well, good to know. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Any last minute questions for Candace now that she's back?
Thanks, Candace.
Awesome. Thank you so
Welcome.
much, Candace, for sharing with us lots of great tips and tricks. And then when you do get back into Wi-Fi or proper stuff, if you don't mind putting a few things in the Word document like you were talking about, it was a
will.
little glitchy for some parts,
Yeah.
so people would love the wording if that's possible.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And then, like I was sort of saying there, Andrea is up next Monday, so please come back next Monday. She'll sort of be sharing, finishing off August, so things that you need to remember and close out that we were just sort of talking a little bit about. She'll go into a few more details around that and really kickstarting the September and the new fall season and utilizing all the stuff Pamper Chef has for us. And yeah, just having a really strong fall because we all need it, and I know we all need it. So
Yes.
thank you so much, everybody. And
All
we'll
right.
chat with you
See you
later.
guys.
That was awesome.
Bye, guys.